Very good evening, Shobha ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. So glad to meet you.
Okay, first of all, I would like to welcome to you on my channel, and I'm really glad to have this meeting and this session. And before we start, I would like to know a little bit about you for my audience. I know already about you, but still for the viewers, please give me an introduction.
Yeah, sure. I'm the head of design at Spark Studio currently. I have 9 years of experience in education, and I was born in Delhi and I've been brought up in Muscat. I did my whole schooling in Muscat, and after that, I moved to India back for my computer science engineering. And then, yeah, I've been working since then.
Okay, that's amazing. So you said that you're born in Delhi, but you brought up somewhere else, like Moscow.
Yeah, yeah,
So, like, so how is that possible? Like, is there any difficulty you faced during the change of environment?
Yeah, so I mean, we moved, I think I was in third standard, and my childhood, majorly the schooling was in Hindi. So even the ecosystem that was there, majorly the teachers, students, everyone spoke in Hindi. So when I did the switch from there to Muscat, the entire switch took a toll on me. It was very difficult, right? All my schoolmates, all my teachers, it was not even the same state folks, like the folks I dealt with in Delhi, and the ones in Muscat. They were majorly Keralites, and they were speaking such well English. And like I couldn't even understand. Like sometimes I had to maybe tell them a little thing about like my maybe uniform or something. I would not be able to communicate such a little thing as well about like homework or some other. It was just very difficult, like even the normal, like day to day stuff as well. And then just being able to listen to them, being able to, grasp on a day to day level, and then just, it became easy over time. So I think at that point, if I had something like Sparky, it makes me feel so good when I design something like this, because it makes me go back to those times. Okay, like I wish I had something like that at point. I could actually practice, because you could feel it, like the teachers judged me, the students judged me for not being able to speak that well. I had like such a broken English. Like you could speak some few words here and there, but it was, you could see the face, you could see the judgmental eyes. The teachers also kind of like looking down on you. But here we have Sparky, which is like non-judgmental. It's like a friendly buddy. No, not at all giving you that kind of space, safe space to express yourself.
Absolutely true. Even the most common problem of all the learners here in India is the same. Like people know everything, but they have this hesitation. They cannot come out of it because there is only one fear in their mind. Okay, if I will speak something wrong, how the people will react? Like, will they mock me? Or like they have this kind of fear and hesitation. So I think you designed this as Sparky really well. Like from where this idea has come to your mind? Is it with your personal experience, like you have already faced in your childhood? Or like something else which inspired you to create Sparky?
I think definitely it added, the childhood experience added a lot more to it. But over time, when we saw it in the market as well, that there was a need for it. And this is just the start. Like English is just the start. Eventually, we'll have all the languages in the world. But this is just the start, because it's one of the universal languages, right? It opens up all the opportunities in the world, and it's universally accepted as well. And if somebody is, going for higher education or looking for opportunities in jobs, it's just a 21st century skill to have. It's just a good skill. Like, it's like learning a car, learning cycling, like just new skill to
Must
develop
have.
that you should have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the kind of thing like if you do not have, you cannot think about a like good career. Every step, like you have to face this problem. Like you need to know English everywhere. Even you are giving exam, you are going for an interview. You're working in a multinational company. You need English, and if you're not able to speak, you might be maybe people are going to judge you. Like okay, he doesn't even know English. He's
Yeah,
working with us. Like how he will deal with the national international clients and all. So
exactly.
how Sparky exactly work and help other people to learn English?
Okay. So I think one generally is that Sparky, even if the user has a broken English, Sparky, one is creating a safe space where the person is able to hear Sparky speak and it's adjust to the user's language. Like wherever the user stands, wherever, I mean, if the user speaks at a very good language level, if the user is able to speak at a C2 level or a A1 level, the Sparky is still able to adjust to that level, right? And it gives the feedback. So, example, if we both are speaking, if I'm continuously like giving you a feedback, hey, you made that mistake, you made this mistake, it'll be so irritating. But now what we've done is we are giving a option to go and check that what you have spoken, you can actually go and see what mistake you've made. It's not like, that continuously Sparky is like, hey, you made that mistake, you made this mistake. But there is an option to actually go and improve upon that thing. And it's not on a level where it's not mechanical, like, you made this grammatical error, or you made this vocabulary error, or you could have made this better or that better. It's just, hey, you could have said this in a better way. It's in a very pleasant tone. It's in a very gentle, comforting manner. It's not in a manner where the other person would feel lower or themselves. It's just very like non-judgmental, safe space. A safe space where, you know, it's easier for you. It's easier like you wouldn't feel with a human.
Yes, like a learner can speak without any kind of hesitation. Like he will
Yeah,
get his own environment of speaking where no one is going to judge him. So
exactly.
ultimately, the Sparky is an application which is AI based. You can directly talk to him. It will
Yeah.
help you to improve your grammar, your vocabulary, your English. Everything is, improve at the same time.
Yeah.
So for learners, I would like to show them just a demo, like how it actually works. So let's see the demo first.
Did you know what would happen if you practice speaking in English every day for 15 minutes? You will improve your vocabulary, make less grammatical mistakes, speak more sentences in English, and overall experience a boost in your confidence. And to make this happen, you need an English speaking partner. And guess what? I know a perfect one for you. Introducing Sparky, your voice first AI English speaking buddy. Sparky is a native English speaker you can talk to about anything based on your interest and will give you feedback on your spoken English. And guess what? It is much more affordable than going to a tutor. Let's see how it works. With Sparky, you get to decide the conversation. Whether you're practicing daily dialogues or exploring new topics, Sparky is here to help. If you are unsure about a word's meaning, just long press on it. Or you missed what Sparky said. Don't worry, you can listen to it again easily. And if you're not interested in the current conversation, simply click Next to switch topics. With Sparky, you'll always have help during conversation, providing tips and suggestions to keep the conversation going. Unsure about your pronunciation? Read stories or articles with Sparky, and Sparky will highlight the mispronounced words in red. Want to unwind or practice vocabulary, pronunciation, or grammar? Play games and learn English in a fun and relaxed way. Sparky is designed to adapt to your learning style, making it easy to practice speaking without pressure. With Sparky, you can see progress and stay motivated to keep learning. It's more than just an app, it's your partner in learning English. So why wait? Get started with Sparky today and unlock your potential to speak English fluently.
Watching this video, just go and download the Sparky app from the description and start using it. It is free for some time, and if you like it, you can also take subscription. It's very affordable. I'm not like saying for the sake of this video. It's like
Yeah.
250 rupees is just nothing to spend for a skill, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And the 6 months one is actually even cheaper if you look at it like barely
Yeah.
even 100 bucks, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just very affordable. That's
yeah.
great. Okay, so let's move forward. And I would like to one more thing from your point of view. Like, what is the best thing to improve English? What do you feel like speaking practice, learning grammar, focusing on vocabulary? Like, what is the most important thing while it comes to have great command over this language? Like, how we can learn it?
I think the best way is to just keep practicing. I mean, Most people might just give up after a bit, like that I'm not improving and that I'm not able to make it to that level. You start comparing it to maybe some colleague, you might compare it to one of your schoolmate, and you're like, this person, but everybody's level is different. If you start comparing and looking at it that somebody stands at this level or that level, don't compare. Everybody's journey is different, every person is different, everybody's learning level is different, and how you learn is also different. So I think
Yeah.
everybody has a different learning pace, and give yourself that pace, give yourself that space, that you will learn with your own rhythm. Okay. And everybody's got their own, so just practice, take your own time, and don't worry about it, don't give up easily. And yeah, that's about it.
Most of the time what I have seen that people, they feel they compare themselves with the people who are far better than them, like they're much better than them. No one has compared themselves like the person who's just not improving, but we started seeing those people. Oh my god, he started his journey now, and look now how is he speaking or she is speaking. Especially since the YouTube come, people start comparing themselves with the YouTubers, like this YouTuber has started his journey like few
Yeah.
months ago, and
Yeah.
within a 3 months he drastically. But sometimes it's not true. They have their own story, they
Yeah.
have their own struggle. They might not share those struggle on this camera, so you
Yeah.
should not believe everything which is in front of you.
Right.
Yeah, so that's true. Like practice is the only thing which can help people or learners to improve English.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one more thing I would like to know from your point of view, like people say that we should focus more on accent these days. Like people are speaking very stylish English these days, using fancy words. Is this really important? What do you feel?
I don't think so. I mean, the first step would be that you just get comfortable with English. You get,
Yes.
I think, fluency and your vocabulary, all of these are next steps. And the bit that I think we've also done a lot of user research where I've actually met a lot of students, lot of learners. We've had calls with people of all different ages where people are like, I want to improve on my grammar, I want to improve on my vocabulary, and they get like really like scared about this, like I'm not doing better or something, within like less than a month they get start worried about it. So I also tell them that if you get very mechanical about it, that my grammar rules are not better or my vocabulary words are not getting better, it's not, it takes the fun out of learning the skill, right? Like just enjoy the practice, just have fun with it, that you're just speaking with a buddy. Take the rules out of it, take the whole just have the conversation, and you can take the conversation in whichever direction you want to take the conversation, right? If you want to talk to buddy about baking a cake, talk about baking a cake. You want to talk about career practice, you want to talk about interviews, you want to talk about mental health, you want to talk about building a house, whatever you want to talk about, whatever interests you, you talk about that. It shouldn't be like, I want to just improve this one particular thing, then it gets too mechanical and you are not enjoying the process then, right? And whatever makes you happy, you do that, and in that process then you are also learning, so that will become easier for you in your way then.
But you know what? Like, I'm a YouTuber. I've been posting videos like on YouTube for last 2 years, and I have been learning English. Actually, I'm still not fluent. I still make grammatical errors, but I am okay with it. I feel that by the practice, after some time, I'll be perfect. But people telling me that Karishma, it's been 2 years. You have been using the same word, same vocabulary. You should start including some fancy words in your English. You're speaking so basic.
You're so good. Like you don't listen to those people trolls.
So literally, sometimes I also felt like I think I should shut down my YouTube channel. First, I start working on myself. I need to improve first, and then I start having this conversation. But truly, I'm telling you, like 2 years ago, I couldn't speak single correct sentence. It's just because of the practice with other learners, not even the tutors. I used to practice with tutors also sometimes, but most of the time I used to practice with other co-learners, and this is how I improved. And now at least I'm able to speak. So this is what I just tell people that you should also start practicing with someone. But most of the time I've got same comment. I get same comment like, ma'am, we do not have anyone to speak with. And for that reason I told them like, you can download Sparky now. It is amazing application. You can talk to him. He's not going to judge you. He's not going to mock you. You can be feel very comfortable. And sometimes when we're talking with somebody like the robo kind of robo it is, so
Yeah,
we don't feel hesitation. And we started feeling hesitation even if we are talking through the like audio call. Sometimes for the people who are very beginner, they
right.
are not uh, sometimes they are also feel discomfort while facing camera. Now this camera facing thing is also like difficult for many people,
Yeah,
especially who start like for the very first time. So I think they can do their practice with that Sparky, and slowly when they feel like they are comfortable, then they
yeah.
can start practicing with the real people from outside world.
Yeah, yeah. And this is what we've done with Sparky as well, right? If we gave emotions to Sparky, we gave it all of these like so that users are able to build a trust level with it. So when Sparky is just like jumping or like clapping or like being cute, because when we started this whole process of building Sparky itself, we had like so many different iterations of what we wanted to do with Sparky. Do we want to go with a human character? We want to go with a more animal kind of character? And we had a whole like maybe bear, snake, or like bookworm, or like all sorts of ideas that we had on the table. But why we went with that fox character? Because we actually tested with so many people. We showed it to them, we animated the character and showed it to them, and they felt most relatable to that character, it being non-judgmental, and the kind of trust that it created, and the safe place it created for them to also be able to talk freely to it, right? Versus maybe a human character, they feel the same emotion in the real world. They wanted that digital space to be different for them, right? And I think that definitely like created a trust factor, a safe space. So I think we're really glad that they felt this way.
One last question, ma'am, I would like to ask you. Like you said that from like till third grade you studied in Delhi and then you have transferred somewhere else and you just struggled a lot for learning English. Like how did you actually learn English? I can see that your command over the language is just amazing. So how did you learn it? Because that time I feel that there was no Sparky and no one else. Like how did you practice then?
I think it was just because at that point there was no other option. Everyone around me spoke English, and my books were in English. My teachers spoke English. My friends, my tuition. So it was lot of me listening, and then over time, when me even if it was me fumbling or like all the broken English that I was speaking in, I somehow did it. And there was also me trying to do it no matter they judged me. Like it was like, okay, even if they're doing whatever they feel, but I have to still improve. I wanted to do it, I wanted to conquer it. I still went ahead with it, and I really wanted to excel at it. So it was also the drive that I had within me. And around me, there weren't a lot of folks that who could speak my language. So mostly Keralites who maybe also didn't know Hindi. So I couldn't really have the same space, but I had to understand that language. I had to create that bond with them. I had to mingle with them, be friends with them, and the teachers as well. I think over time they started to understand that this child is struggling. Would maybe I started having like separate times with that ma'am, I needed more time. So I spent more time with my dad as well, where he outside of tuition and school also I sat down with him and he helped me with translation and whatnot. We also had that I'm not able to recall some like dictionary books and all of these rapid English books. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just to at the time, like because I really wanted to, and I think like within a year or two I was already like making sentences, and I was so good, like I could like speak to
Wow.
all of my folks, and I was able to go for like debates, recitations. I was going for essay writing competitions. So I really wanted to do it. Like I had this very like great drive and passion. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'll show it to them.
So it is not wrong to say that it's not only the environment, but it is your dedication level, that you were so dedicated into it. You just wanted to learn it, like
Yeah,
no matter, I have to learn it. So the
yeah.
dedication level is also required. I have seen learners, they just fed up after a like month. After a month they practice and then they give up. That it's not my cup of tea. So I think we should be focused and we should be consistent for a longer duration. We should give some time to ourselves.
And if I
This
can
is
do it, you can do it. I believe
yes,
in you. Like, yes, you can do it.
100%. Even if a person like कहते हैं ना हिंदी में, अगर person ठान ले तो क्या नहीं कर सकता. Like
Yeah,
similarly,
yeah.
you just need to think like, okay, I have to do it. And like अगर if a person think that he can do 100%, he can do. And now this is Sparky is here, internet is there. We have so much resources available at this time. If somebody really wants to learn English, he can simply learn it.
Yes.
And this is all about today's session. I really enjoy this session with you, ma'am. I feel the positive vibe from your side as well. And it's amazing to talk with you.
So good talking to you. Yeah, same here.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Take care.